Lee Priest explains how to avoid injuries as you age and why listening to your body outweighs lifting heavy. Priest explained why listening to your body is crucial for avoiding injuries and preventing excessive wear and tear, rather than focusing on lifting heavy weights. We all have to change things up at the gym when we get older, including bodybuilding star Lee Priest. In a recent video shared on December 4th, 2024, he discussed why you should listen to your body and avoid lifting heavy weight as you age to prevent injuries. During his prime, Lee Priest boasted one of the freakiest physiques in the men's open class. Defy his shorter stature, Priest made up for it with jaw-dropping muscularity, fullness, and conditioning. He has bested top-tier IFBB pros during his career, such as former 8-time Mr. Olympia Ronnie Coleman, who described the defeat to Priest as his lowest moment in the sport. From battling addiction to suffering from injuries, there have always been hurdles placed in the way of Priest's bodybuilding journey. While he stepped away from competing years ago, he remains an accessible and influential voice in the bodybuilding community, imparting wisdom to lifters of all skill levels. Lee Priest lays out how to avoid injuries as you age and why listening to your body beats lifting heavy. Priest would still lift heavy if he was injury-free and has slowly built his strength back up after tearing his shoulder. It's just that when you got injuries, you got limitations. If I didn't have injuries, I'd still be going heavy too, shares Priest. It's not a matter of pussying out, it's a matter of being smarter. Like now with my shoulder, I've still got the tear there, but I've progressed back. Even though lifting heavy has its merits, Priest emphasizes that if you're older and incur an injury, it will take longer to heal. I've almost gotten near the 40-kilo dumbbell again. Could I do 50? Yeah, but the shoulder might crackle. I could be a tough man if I wanted and push it, but as you get older too, you'll know that healing engines takes a lot longer too. It's just a matter of being smarter, not a matter of pussying out. It's just knowing what your body can do and what you feel comfortable doing and not injuring yourself till you feel better. He believes listening to the body is crucial for anyone who works out regularly, as it helps determine whether to lift heavier or approach training more sensibly. When I wasn't injured, I just listened to my body, and some days, yes, I would still go super heavy, but then there's days where you're warming up, getting into it, and you're like, you hear that little voice? Today is not the day to be Superman. Today is the day to be more sensible. When you're young, you're like, oh fuck it. Who cares if it's clicking or making a noise and hurting, he adds. As one of the few bodybuilding icons to leave the sport on top, Priest has a unique understanding of training principles. But then there's days where you're warming up, getting into it, and you're like, you hear that little voice? Today is not the day to be Superman. Today is the day to be more sensible. When you're young, you're like, oh fuck it. Who cares if it's clicking or making a noise and hurting, he adds. As one of the few bodybuilding icons to leave the sport on top, Priest has a unique understanding of training principles. Although he can still lift heavy today at 52 years old, he trains with caution to avoid unnecessary injuries.